I'm going to do this in real time so you know what you're going to get. This is the Formuler Zx box that we're currently selling. And I just want to show you a brief look to see what the interface kind of looks like. As you can see, this is the opening screen. You've got Cody that comes already in it. For those who've already seen Cody, I'm not going to go into that, but I'm going to only take a look at the MYTVOnline. This is the app that comes with the Fuller boxes, or sorry, the Formuler boxes. So I'll go into that and take a look. So again, this is all real time. And I have my box hooked up wired right now, but it is a wireless box as well. So you can see right now I'm connecting to Canadian IPTV. So I'm just going to let that load. And it always goes to the last channel you're on. I was on the business network, so I'm just going to change that. These are my favorite channels that are currently on now. So I don't get in trouble, I'm just going to go back and change the group to all. And I'm going to go up to one of the basic channels that'll show me with the CN Tower. If I can find it here. And you can see all kinds of channels. Maybe it's lower. There's all kinds of 724 channels. Those are the channels that load and run 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. So this is the CN Tower right now. So you can see it's live there doing stuff on their end to move this around. But you can see the traffic moving in the bottom one. It loads the right page. So basically I'm just playing with the remote. And I'll just hit OK. Brings up the large list. If I hit right, brings up my things. And I can actually just go into my favorites for all the favorites that I've chosen. So I'll go back again. And let's go into sports. Just so you can see what the sports look like. It's pretty a responsive thing. All the things with an arrow means there's more information that I can get to. If I want to dig deeper, and this time I went right into it, I can go back and replay any of these shows that have already happened. So, you know, if I want to see a show from, say, 4 a.m. this morning, I go to it and I play it, and it just loads and starts playing. But right now I'm not going to do any of that, so I'll just go back out. But you can see you've got all kinds of channels. Now what I like to do, I'm going to add this to a favorite by hitting the blue icon there. And you can see I put a star in there for sports. Let's take Fox Sports out because I don't like Fox. So again, I hit the blue button to take that off. Go down to Sportsnet Ontario. So I'll hit the blue icon or button on the remote, and I'll put the blue star there. Now when I go back and say go into my favorites, where they go? I went too far. There they are right there, favorites. Right? And you can see that, where'd it go now? It's on the next page, I assume. There it is, right there. Sportsnet Ontario found its way into my favorites list. So I'll just hit that just to make sure. There it is. It's an ad right now. So I'm just going to turn the volume down so I don't get in trouble. Great. So go back. And on the remote, there's a button there called VOD. It's for the video on demand, so I'll just press it once. And I can't do it while I'm in the favorites. There we go. So now I'm loading the English movies, and there they are. So I can go down a page. You know, see the next page is 400 pages, about page 2. And I can see write-ups for each one. You see them on here. I'm just going to load one, see how fast they load. And there it's loaded. It's playing. So you can hear it too. So now I'll just hit stop. And I'll say OK to get rid of this movie. And I'm back to see other ones if I want to see. And the cool thing about this one is it's got a search thing. You can see at the bottom there says search and filter. So I can filter out the movies that I want. Or I can just press search and type in a movie that I want to search for. So I don't really want to do anything, so I go back to get rid of all this. Go back again, and it says you want to exit. Yeah, I want to exit this. So go back to Sportsnet Ontario. It remembered the last channel that I was on. It's also got a history, if I can find it. If I go, there it is. So what I did, I just held the back button, but I can go back to any channel that, you know, is in my history. And there it is there, the CN Tower. So I'm just going to navigate around here. I'm going to go into the New York Times Square, hit OK to full screen it. I'll do the info. There's not much info there, but that's because it's a live camera shot. Go into the menu. I can go into video on demand, go into my settings, my portal. Let's go back into the video on demand. So go there, hit OK. Then it's loading the video on demand. If you can see, I'm only seeing the English movies right now. But if I go left, yeah, I can see all the different categories. Right? So let's take a look at all 4K video on demand. Let's see what's there. And right now there's only 4 movies in there, but they're all different languages. So maybe 4K video is not for me. So I go back. Let's go back to the group list. It tells you on the bottom what the buttons are. So I'm looking on the remote. And so there's one for group. And these are all the different groups that are currently available. So let's see if I can find kids movies. English movies, Hindi sports movies, kids movies. So go into there, and there's a bunch of kids' movies right there. And it gives you the write-up and the rating as well. So a lot of these are too new. This one's a cam, and it's got 4 stars almost. Cam means that someone walked into the theater with the camera. So I'm just going to play that and see what happens. So it's loading and it's playing in the background. You can see that playing. So you can see the quality is not great on that one, but it's not too bad either. Let's see if there's any music. Great, so I'll go back. I'll get out of here. So again, I hit the stop button. It says, are you sure you want to stop? Yeah, let's exit that. Go back to here. And again, I can choose any movie I want. There's another good one. It's got 8. And you can see the quality is not too bad on that movie. But the whole point of this exercise was to show you what you get inside the Formuler Zx. I was quite surprised on how nice the interface is, as opposed to the STB, and I will give you a demo in a moment of that after I hook that one up. I'm going to go back to the live TV. There's a button on here called live. There we go. There's the Times Square, so again, I'll just turn the volume down. So I just want to show you one other thing. There is a group in here. There's a button called group. So right now I'm looking at all the channels. But I can go into my favorites list. And what I do, I always add favorites that have a an actual PVR write-up. The backup channels don't necessarily have any guide information, so I try and hit the ones that definitely are going to have guide information. Also, I want to show you that if I look on the remote, there is a button that says EPG, and it gives me the EPG, which is much like a standard television. And again, because I'm on all stations, so I'm going to go back, and I am going to go into my group. So hit the group button. I will go to my favorites list, right? And then I'll hit the EPG button. And why did it not change? Let's try that one again. So go out. And this is all again. So I'm going to go back to my favorites. Okay, there we go. So I'll just exit that and go back to full screen. And I'll hit that EPG button. And again, it's doing them all. There we go. See how it shows the channel information and all that? It tells you what's on there. Some channels don't have anything. That's normal. That's the way this stalker works. But this program displays it nicely. So I'll just go back out of here, go back to my menu, view them all. I want only my favorites to show up. Let's do it. City Toronto. CNN with Poppy. TV Pulse. So you can see how fast it actually changes channel. And if you just want to scan the channels, you can go up and down as well on the channels itself. Just by hitting that change channel. So it loads them pretty quick, that's for sure. It's kind of a good thing. And if I hit the back, it'll go to the previous channel. And if it'll give you hints along the way. If I hold the back button down for a long time, it will give me history of all the channels that I've been to. Like, well, I don't need the instructions. But you can see there's my history there. So if I want to flip over to channel day, haven't seen for a while, you can just go to there. You know? And again, if I just click on the back, it goes back. Now it's always going to bring up that hint because they did not put a check in the box. And like that, yeah. Go back again. And there you go. And again, you can see it's a live picture from the CN Tower. The traffic was moving. It should have two different angles. There you go. So that's right downtown. You can see that looks like Front Street in front of the Royal York and Union Station. And not every channel you can do a record, but on the remote I just hit the record button. This is one that you cannot record from. See, what can I do a record from? I wonder if A&E will let me do a record. Oh, I don't have a USB stick in there right now, so that's why it's not, but yeah, all you have to do is hit that record button on here. You can also set up recording. So if you go into the guide, how do I get to the guide? EPG. So say, what is this keeping? Keeping up with the Kardashians. You can see the right up at the top. So if I hit record on that one, see how at the bottom it says record? So I can record just like a standard PVR. Let's turn the recording off for that. because I have no USB stick in there right now anyway. You could probably use a SD card if you had an SD card, micro SD card to put in the slots. But yeah, this is much preferred. This interface with this remote is much preferred over STB. Anyway, that's it. That's all I wanted to show you. And let's just go back. And if I hit, I don't want to do that. I want to go to CNN or CN Tower. There we go. So it's a nice interface. It gives you information about the program. At the bottom you can see how it's coming in, the quality that it's coming in at, the rating time. Let's go to an actual program. Some of these don't have anything. That's why I created favorites list. Let's see if any. So I'll just again hit the info button on the remote. Tells me what's on, what's next, the time it's on, how long it is, and what the quality is like when it comes in. And it gives you a little shortcut information as well. Great. So that should be that.